Chapter 4. Aquascaping and Planted Aquarium. Outline. There are 6 sections. The first part is for the early stage about essential preparations and essential equipment. The second part, a brief introduction about aquatic plants. Then discuss the aquascape style and how to set up a tank. Finally, I will share my views on the future about the aquascaping market. Essential preparations. Before choosing a fish tank, consider which fish you want to keep. First, get the information about the fish, the environment, water conditions, and make sure the tank can size enough for it. The second, the filter spec to make sure enough water flow and enough space for filter materials. For larger tanks, we need to buy a stand for it, because the fish tank filled with water is very heavy for safety concern. Choose a strong stand to it. As for the location, away from sunlight to avoid algae and temperature variation. In addition, consider the distance to tap water for weekly water changes. Moreover, reserve enough space for maintenance. There are over 100 types of fish for planted aquariums, small size and peaceful. Tetra fish from Amazon River are the most popular. Before buying an aquarium, ask yourself following questions. Is it the right size? Where to put it? How much does it weigh? Equipment. Here are the entire structure of the planted tank. There is lighting above. And the stones, plants, and sand or gravel are inside. The substrate are sand, soil, and fertilizer. The total item and filter are placed inside the stand. Types of lighting. 20 years ago, FL lamp was very popular and the only choice for planted tank, but it's completely replaced by LED in recent years. LED lighting is popular in recent years. LED is energy effective and reliable, can be customized for different applications. For example, red LED for fish, green LED for plants, and blue LED for corals. Metal halide, also named HCI, mainly used for larger tank, because the HCI light can penetrate into the deeper area, but it's replaced by high-power LED. Fluorescent is the only choice before LED appeared. FL lamp is used for more than 90% aquariums in the market, including fish-only tank, planted tank, coral tank. Till now, most of the aquatic plant literature and recorded lighting data are still based on FL lamp. From 2000 to 2010, metal halide is the main lighting form for medium and large-size plants tank. HCI can light deeper than others light, but the lighting efficiency is poor, so it generates many heating. HCI is gradually replaced by LED after 2010. Temperature control is important to the ecosystem. For both the marine coral and the aquatic plant, the correct temperature range can avoid algae, disease of plants, or living loss. The heater is for maintaining a stable water temperature, especially for tropical or other temperature-sensitive fish. For plant, the ideal temperature range is 20 degree to 30 degree. For coral, the ideal temperature range is 22 degree to 28 degree. In summer, in order to fit the temperature range of planted tank, there are 2 choices to cooling down the temperature: cooling fan and chiller. Cooling fan can lower 3 degrees by blowing water surface and take heat away while evaporation. But for special purpose, the chiller would be better choice for lower temperature range or large size tank. During planting, using the tweezer is comfortable and efficient for high-density planting. Using correct scissor for trimming would be efficient and precise. For example, the curved scissors is very suitable for trimming the front plants. The siphon is very important tool for water change that could save lots of manpower. Why you need a filter? The filter can quickly remove the fish waste. The filter can make water clear. The biofiltration can convert toxic to non-toxic to protect the fish and ecosystem. Here we shows 3 kinds of filter. The internal filter for nano tank, The hang-on filter, also used for small-sized tank and save space inside the tank. The external filter for larger tank and commonly used in planted tank. The internal power filter is placed inside the tank, commonly used in nanotanks. It's small and cheap, very easy to operate, but it needs frequent maintaining to change the foam pad. It's also used as an additional pump to create additional flow inside a large-sized tank. The disadvantages: take up space, small capacity of filter media. The hang-on back filter is popular for nanotanks. It hangs on the backside with a tube inside the tank. This tube can draw water from tank to the filter, then go through the filter medias, and finally go back to the tank. The features: the hang-on filter saves space inside the tank. The hang-on filter can perform mechanical, biological, and chemical filtration. It's very easy to installation. You just hang it on and fill with water, then power on. It's also easy to maintain. You can change the filter media without open the tank. The disadvantages: the inside tube and output flow are visible in the tank. The small capacity limits SAPs for the filter medias. The external filters. The external filters sit outside the tank and connect the tank by input and output tubes, and is common used for larger size tank. The features: because the filter sit outside, so it don't occupy the space of the tank. The external filter often has large space for filter medias. When changing the filter media, you can only open the filter. That won't disturb the livings inside the tank. Only input and output tube connected to the tank, so it's more good looking than other filters. The disadvantages: expensive. The installation is complicated than others. It takes more time to change the filter medias. Fortunately, the frequency of changing the filter medias is low. General speaking, once for every 6 months is enough. The filter medias can be divided to 3 types. Mechanical media is physical form and easy to understand. White foam pads are the common products in the shops. Biological media, mainly formed by ceramics, such as ceramic rings, is suitable for reproduce of beneficial bacteria. As for the chemical media, such as activated carbon, has the ability to chemically exchange, often used to adsorb harmful chemicals in the water. CO2 is key factor for plant growth, especially for aquatic plants. It's generally known that the fish will produce carbon dioxide that will be used for the aquatic plants. Actually, those carbon dioxide from fish is extremely not enough for healthy aquatic plants. If you want to enjoy the flourish, planted aquarium provide sufficient carbon dioxide by additional equipment is necessary. The citric acid CO2 system is more and more popular in recent years because it's easy to refill at home and could precise control the flow of CO2. The mechanism of CO2 generation is citric acid reacts with baking soda. The container is stainless steel for safety concern, but currently only low-pressure CO2 can be produced. Under the amount of 1 bubble per second, it can only provide CO2 less than 30 days. Therefore, it's only suitable for small tanks. The high-pressure CO2 system. If you want to keep stable CO2 supply or for larger size planted tank owner, the high-pressure CO2 cylinder would be better choice. Though it's expensive, but it's more stable and can be used for longer, 3 months above, after refilling. Under the amount of 1 bubble per second, it can only provide CO2 more than 6 months. This product has been popular for decades. The test kits, test strips, help to maintain the water conditions. Just dip the test strip into water for 1 second and compare the color and read the data of water parameters. Frequently monitor the water condition would be helpful to know and control your planted tank. Once an abnormal water condition is discovered, you should change the water. Soil is more and more popular and become key substrate material for planted tank. Soil contains rich fertilizer and can soften the water, the soft water. Could easily to keep water weak acid, which is good for the growth of plant. The diagram shows the perfect substrate combination with soil, fertilizer and power sand. Both the power sand and the fertilizer are under the soil. The power sand are material with slow release effect. Moreover, power sand can regulate the nutrient to better level. There are many kinds of substrate materials, such as sand, gravels, soil. The sand with different color is for different effect. For example, many aquasculptors use white sand to create the river scenery. As for the gravels, the size is around 1 centimeter, is very suitable to use with stones in hardscape. The hardscape material, Ruo stone, is the most popular stone in aquascaping. This stone has special color and shape that is very different to common stone in wild nature. Many aquascapers use it to create mountain view or to combine with drift wood for better nature feeling. Dragon rocks. This rock has unique structure, many holes on the surface. As shown in the figure, the structure is soft and easy to cut for use. It's common used in many special mountain hardscape. Stones have obvious sense of direction if you want to show a strong sense of direction in your tank. The dragon rocks would be the best choice. The branch wood with beautiful curved shape is collected from the plant roots and is a very good material to create the underwater forest feeling. As its name, the branch wood has many small branches and often used with stones in common treescape or forestscape. In recent years, the branch wood is widely used by the aquasculptor in South Asia. There are many rainforests in South Asia. The aquasculptors have deeper feeling to the wood than others. They have unique and strong ideas about the structure and combination of branch wood. The plant's introduction, the right plants. The aquatic plants can be divided into 3 levels: easy level, medium level, advanced level. In this table, you can find the different conditions for these 3 levels. The lighting time is the key factor to separate the levels. In easy level, the lighting time is less than 5 hours. In medium level, the lighting time is from 5 hours to 8 hours. In advanced level, the lighting time is larger than 8 hours. As for the CO2 and the fertilizer, both follows with the lighting time. The more lighting, the more CO2 and fertilizer applying. In appearance, as figures shown in the bottom, there are obvious differences. The easy plants are deep color or big leaf. On the contrary, the advanced plants are red color or small leaf. For the temperature tolerance, the easy plants have larger tolerance than advanced plants. The easy plants. These plants are dark green color, as shown in below pictures, and need few requirements for the equipments. The easy plants can grow well under low light condition, shorter lighting time, and can keep growing without CO2 supply. The common and famous easy plants are anubias, moss, cryptocoryne. Comparing to easy level plants, the medium level plants need more lighting time. Additional CO2 and fertilizer are also needed. In this group, there are more plants to choose, more color, more types. The popular and famous plants are Rotala green and Rotala red. Both are widely used in aquascaping. Though under the conditions, with sufficient lighting, additional CO2, and fertilizer, almost all the plants, include easy and some advanced plants, could be survived. But if you want to have better color performance of medium plants or to keep the advanced plants for a long time, you have to consider to upgrade the conditions close to advanced levels. Here is one tip, my personal experience. While in the growing stage, it's better to use this medium conditions, because in this condition, you will not suffer algae problems. The advanced plants need strong lighting, sufficient CO2, and frequent fertilizer. Also, you have to go with more maintaining, such as more frequent water change and more frequent trimming. Moreover, you should have enough skills to dealing with algae. The common and famous plant in this group are Rotala macrandra. Rotala macrandra is famous for difficult breeding. Many beginners will challenge to plant it as a skill improvement. For an experienced aquascapers, they like to use this conditions of advanced level at last 1 or 2 weeks to have best color performance before taking pictures to contest. Aquascaping style. Takashi Amano, the famous Japan aquascaper, is the first person to create the nature aquarium style. Nature aquarium use natural materials, stones, driftwood, and plants to decorate the aquarium, create strong natural impression in the tank. You can have the under-river view, forest view, mountain view in your tank. It looks like a painting, a live painting. People are beginning to realize that aquatic plants are no longer just planted individually. Natural aquarium also leads more people to get in touch with aquatic plants. Many beginners are deeply attracted by this live painting and spend a lot of time for it. Nature aquascaping is most famous and popular style in international aquascaping contest. In this hardscape, lots of large-sized driftwood are combined to create the structure with sense of direction. Some stones are placed under the driftwood to sustain, to fix those driftwood. Those stones makes those driftwood become stable looking. In recent years, many aquascapers make the hardscape outside the tank, with all kind of tools, such as glue or foaming agent. Making hardscape outside would be easier than making inside the tank. Then put the finished hardscape into the tank. This aquascape shows a forest-like feeling. Lots of wood with different size are vertical placed. The thick woods are placed in the front, and the thin woods are placed behind. This technique would create a deep feeling similar to real forest. Lots of plants. Most plants are moss, covered by glue to increase the feeling of life. After a period of maintaining and trimming, those plants would grow and, attached onto those wood, make them looking more real. The small fishes are swimming through those forests, become a charming painting. This aquascape shows tension feeling. The aquascaper, Dave Chu, used unique arrangement of woods to show strong tension. Such kind of technique is very impressive and creative. It wins the world champion in 2007. This is my aquascaping, named Autumnal Colors. Use single species background plant, but shows different color gradient. The whole color in this work display a autumn feeling. This method requires a deep understanding of aquatic plants. The plant is Rotala nanjinshan, which will become red color under extremely strong lighting, and will become yellow to green color under medium lighting. It wins the world champion in 2006. This aquascape, named Borneo Life, is first prize work in 2024 CIPS contest, held in China. The bonus of CIPS contest is highest in the world. The hardscape composition, plants arrangements, material details, visual effects, all have extremely high skills. Dutch aquarium is the oldest aquarium style. Dutch style is popular during the 1930s. Focus on the plant growth, plant arrangement. Do not use hardscape materials, wood, rocks. All Dutch-style tank looks like your garden with different flowers. Keys for Dutch-style tank. Focuses on creating vibrant, lush arrangements. Need a good understanding of plant. Create color contrast by different color arrangement. Plants are arranged by stepped layout. In order to add the depth, includes many types of plants to create visual interest. Emphasis on the plant growth and tank maintenance. Paludarium aquarium, composed with water and land view in one tank, so you can have the aquatic plants, aquatic fish, shrimps, and also have land livings, such as frogs, crabs. The name paludarium comes from the Latin word palus. Palus means the combinations of water and land. This paludarium is an early work in 2011. Use less plants with simple structure, but very nice looking and peaceful. These two paludarium tanks are built in recent years. Compared to previous work in last slide, the two work use more plants with many smaller leaf plants and looks more colorful. The key factors for the paludarium tank. The control of light and humid is the key factor. Too much lighting may lower the humidity, hence will limit the growth of land plants. But if the lighting is not enough, the aquatic plants will not grow well, even die due to limited lighting in the water. Riparium is a planted tank with additional buffer area with land plants. Pipa is Latin word, means river. Hence the riparium focus on this river buffer, often use lower height, aquarium, and create this river buffer zone, also called riverbanks. This shows a standard riparium tank with beautiful and balanced arrangement for both riverbank and aquatic plants. This work win the first prize in Olga contest. The difference between paludarium and riparium. Paludarium have both land and water part, and these two part are individuals. The livings and plants in these two zones are different. As for ripariums, there is no boundary for land and water part. The riparium tank focus more on the river landscape. Biotope, to reproduce the habitat for specific area. Aquascaper have to get informations about this area. All the decorations and plants have to align with this area correctly. To restore the whole ecosystem and scenery as closely as possible, such as the Amazon River, African Valley Lakes, Southeast Asian wetlands. The caves in the peninsula of Yucatan, Mexico. Tidal pool near the inlet of Yantai, Shandong, China. Rio San Lucas, a sub-basin of the Atayac River, San Lorenzo Caquiotepec, Oaxaca, Mexico. The bank of the Solinka River, near Cisna Town, Bieszczady Mountains, Poland. Aquascaping contest. There are many aquascaping contests all over the world. IPALC is the most popular. You may visit the link to get details for the judging criteria. There are 6 criteria in this diagram, total 100 points. The most important part, with 50 points, is the recreation of natural habitat. The sum of 5 parts is 50 points, and these are no obvious difference in the 5 parts, such as long-term maintain, balance, natural atmosphere, balabala. That means you have designed the aquacape and cannot ignore the habitat of fish and plants. So in this limit, once you use mountain viewscape, you may get lower point than others. This diagram shows the way of scoring. There are 3 stages for the whole scoring for over 1,000 entries. The stage 1 is the preliminary select. The staff select the top 100 from all the entries. The stage 2 is the first ranking. Judges receive the top 100. Entries form staff and begin to rank them from 1 point to 100 points. The stage 3 is the second judging. Judges only score the top 10 entries. That means only 10 entries could be scored according to the judging criteria. Tank setup, nitrogen cycling. The fish produce lots of ammonia by the fish waste. Ammonia is very toxic to fish, and ammonia is dissolved and invisible in the water. In the nature, there are 2 kinds of beneficial bacteria. named nitrifying bacteria can convert the ammonia into safety form. Nitrate. Nitrate is non-toxic to fish and could be absorbed by plants. Some nitrate will be removed from tank by regular water change. The above cycle named nitrogen cycle. It takes 4 weeks or 5 weeks to lower the toxic ammonia because the building of benefit bacteria is around 4 weeks. So if you want to introduce fish for a new setup tank, you have to set up the filter system and keep the filter running 1 month with no fish inside. To build the biosystem, the period for building the bacteria. Set up a planted tank. In this hardscape, the wood are arranged by different directions, but focus on a central point under the wood. You also have to put some rocks under the wood for balance the hardscape. Before planting, soaking this hardscape about 1 week is very important. Because many raw materials inside the natural wood or stones may affect the water conditions, the harmful material inside the wood would be released. After soaking for 1 or 2 weeks, those harmful materials can be removed by water change. Then you can put the substrate, such as power sand, fertilizer, and soil or river sand, and start planting the moss or stem plants. After planting and setting up all equipments, light, heater or chiller, so too, external filter. You have to maintain it for a long time, 3 months above. Keep changing water weekly, fertilizing weekly or daily depend on your plants, and trimming according to your design. Maintenance is very important to reach outstanding aquascaping. You may setting up a tank in 6 hours or even 6 days, but you have to keep maintaining it for even 6 months, including trimming plants, algae control and removal. Algae distinguish, brush the green algae on the glass. Water change or substrate cleaning by siphon. There are lots of skills and knowledges for good maintaining. The aquascaping trend. There are more and more contests in recent years, because more and more people found this hobby. The contest is the best way for communication. So there show a trend the contests become localized, even some live. Contests are held in South Asia or Europe. The biggest contest IPAL, but the entries number for the contest are going down. Because the aquascape skills are increasing, that will discourage the new entry to join the contest. The new judging criteria, recreation of habitat, and it's difficult for new entries. The elder entries or new entries even do not agree with this rule. The unstable global economic is another reason. People don't want to spend money for contest because the cost for a high-level aquascaping is not small amount. A larger size tank is necessary in order to get higher score. But there are many disadvantages for the big size tank. The big tank occupied the whole space. The big tank need lots of wood and stones. In many countries, those wood and stones are very expensive than that in China. The professional equipments for a big tank is also expensive. Moreover, it takes lots of time for maintaining the big tank. You may spend all afternoon for it. The live show or live contest. More and more people like to join the live contest than the online picture contest. Such kind of local live activities will be organized by the related companies, groups, exhibition, or school. The aquascaping studio. There are many regional studios all over the world. They can provide the installation, new tank setup, and long-term maintenance for individual customers or company. To make a professional hardscape is not easy for everyone. It needs a large amount of materials and have to know the skills to combination and design skill. You have to know how to arrange and how to organize. High-level hardscape require lots of experience to perform. Hence, some studios in Southeast Asia develop the finished hardscape as a product to meet the market demand, meet the beginner's need for having a high-level aquascaping. The biggest aquascaping project in the world. In 2015, a 40-meter aquascaping aquarium was built by a Japan company and a group of enthusiasts. The largest nature aquarium in the world. This size is 40 meter long, 2.5 meter wide, and 1.5 meter deep. It takes several months to plan and design, including the coordinate the team members and the equipment company. The manpower required may be dozens of people. It requires lots of manpower for maintaining. Aqua design project. There is also a demand for customized aquascaping for general residence, house, or company. The requirement for such case need a senior leader with many experience to preparing the related procedures, such as choosing equipment, tank transportation, cost control, and the customer education for knowing the maintaining or the related cost, and after-sale service. The annual exhibition. Many companies will join to the annual exhibition to show the new products. The dealer, the sales, and professionals can get the latest informations here about the market informations, industry development trend, and product upgrades. The exhibition is also a global social event for professionals, and many live aquascaping contests will be held here. The two largest exhibitions, Interzoo in Germany and CIPS in China. Selling product improvement. The traditional selling way of aquatic plants in current shops has many disadvantages. The plants have to be displayed inside the tank, hence it takes large area to the shopping space, and need additional lighting, filter, electrical power, and manpower to maintain it. Regular trimming and fertilizing to the plants is another cost. Moreover, those plants will suffer the algae probles or snails attached. The algae and snails are troubles to customers. The tissue culture plants are well developed in recent years. There's no snails, no algae in the tissue culture plants. The tissue culture can store in the cup for 6 months. No need to additional lighting, filter, manpower. It very convenient to choose by customers, zero manpower. Moreover, the informations about the plants are printed on the label of the cup. It's helpful to customers to get the right informations quickly. The nano tank has become popular in recent years. Nano tank could be easily placed in everywhere in your home. Though the large size planted tank is pretty charming, but there are some disadvantages for keeping a large tank. High cost for equipment. Need very good skills for making a hardscape to beginners. Time consuming for maintaining. There are more and more high quality equipments developed for meet the requirement of nano tank. The nano external filter, very high quality and good looking. You can put it near the tank. The nano light with low power and high efficiency. The CO2 also has the trend to become smaller and good looking and cheaper. The all-in-one nano tank is the best-selling size. The nano tank is the first choice to the big brand when entering the aquarium market.